Peace and blessings. This video is an information scope on the Egyptian goddess Sekhmet, one of my favorite deities out there, because when she comes into your life path, she is here to get shit done. She is not here to waste any time. She is not here to coddle you. She is here to make sure that you are protected, divinely protected, that ain't no bullshit in your way, and that any form of bondage, whether that be physical, mental, spiritual, hell, even financial, she's gonna be in that mix to stir shit up. So before I even get into Sekhmet, I just wanted y'all to know my name is Astro Poppy, and this is part of a spirit guide reading, really focusing on Divine Feminine and the matriarch, because really the Divine Feminine's time is now, and this is the time to really get back to the Divine Feminine within all of us, within the universe, within the spirit, within cosmos, which is why when I do my prayers, I don't pray to no God, I pray to the goddess. And the goddess is the center of my spirituality and my spiritual work, and that is something you will see throughout all the types of video content that I do. I focus on the Divine Feminine because it is her time. She is at her center, and hey, I like her being at the center. I ain't even mad. We've had an imbalance with patriarchy happening, and this isn't something that's just happening in the world by coincidence. It didn't start with just humans. This happened in the astral plane. So when the gods was trying to fuck over the goddesses, then yeah, guess what? Humans started to manifest in the same way, and as we are undoing patriarchal bondage in this realm, that's also happening in the nether realms. Don't think that this is all coincidence. In the same way colonization, the way empires fell, spiritual empires fell, oh, you best believe there was spiritual warfare that happened for all of that to go down, for that even to be possible. But we'll get into that later. That's just me giving y'all the rundown on why I'm even doing these videos, because this is the time of the Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminine has many aspects. We have the Divine Feminine, the aspect of what we can consider Mars energy, that fire, that red, that intensity, that passion, that sense of I am not here to apologize for how bright I shine, for how hot I burn, for how strong I am. And this is where Sekhmet comes in for people's life, and she is there to teach you how to stand in your own powers. Sekhmet comes when you have too many things trying to bust you. You have too many things trying to limit you from your most authentic expression and truth. I've done a lot of readings for people, and when Sekhmet comes up, it ain't never fun. It ain't never no readings for fun. It's readings where somebody is being abused, somebody is being lied to, somebody is being manipulated, somebody is being gaslit. I had one client whose family was just in that real colonial, religious mindset, and her spirituality was being blocked because of this. Even though in the ancestral line there was some shit with some ancestors who was all about the Jesus juice and all that. So this is to say, Sekhmet came in. She told me to tell her, like, yo, I can remove these things from you, but you need to stand up in your own power. And that's the thing with Sekhmet. Sekhmet's not going to be one of these deities that's like, worship me, love me, praise me. No, you have to stand up for yourself. You need to stand up tall and bright, and you need to say words of affirmation. You need to say, I am one with the sun. I am one with fire. I am one with my power. I am one with my integrity. And that is how Sekhmet starts to really respect you and grant you access into her support, her guidance, her protection. Sekhmet comes in when there is no time to second guess. So the thing is, though, if you petition Sekhmet and Sekhmet came into your path and you ask her to take certain people away, you want her to take away that ex that's been toxic, that sits around, you want her to show you who people really are, you want her to get you out of that job that you hate, she will make things move so fast and so abruptly. But the minute you second guess it, it's already too late. The minute you want to take it back, it is way too late to even try to ask Sekhmet anything. And I would honestly not even try to ask her anything, because you would really piss her off. Now, Sekhmet's not going to be a petty spirit that's going to make your life miserable because you step back from something. More so what Sekhmet's gonna do is Sekhmet is just gonna ditch you. She's not even gonna tell you nothing because you wasted her time. Sekhmet's not here for long conversations. Sekhmet's not here for wastes of time going back and forth, because I'm not going front. I've been doing readings for a lot of people, so I know some things. I've seen some trends, and even for my intermediates out there who are spiritually tapped in, who got their guides, who know who their guides are. Sometimes y'all don't listen to your guides. Sometimes y'all go back and forth with them. Sometimes you have a spirit that's lingering around you. You keep seeing them in dreams. You keep seeing them in visions, but you don't even do anything about it. And Sekhmet's going to be the type to literally run away really fast, because she's just like, while I'm wasting time on one child, I can tap into another child. You get me? Like, the spirits right now are not in a position to waste times on dead ends. And when I say dead ends, I mean children or devotees or those in the path who are not here to do the inner work. Because spirituality is not just about gaining spiritual powers and becoming magical and doing spells and levitating and like astral projecting. Spirituality is making sure that you are undoing any past life bondage. You are doing shadow work. You are standing in your power and your truth. You are affirming yourself. So Sekhmet's going to ask you to do inner work. But honestly, any aspect of the divine that's integral and real and is about your wellness and your benefit will ask you to do inner work, especially when it comes to the divine feminine, because she is gathering her children, and it's like you're either in it or you're out. And even if she like you, even if she sees your potential and your progress, but you want to then, revert back to the same old, she's going to leave you in the bondage that you choose, because she's not here to watch you make the same mistakes over and over and over again. Yeah, y'all, this is a different time with spirituality, so it's very, very on and popping. Even just saying the name Sekhmet, though, saying Sekhmet repeatedly, Sekhmet, 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 and you roll a ankh all around you, Sekhmet, Sekhmet. I call in Sekhmet. Oh, you're going to feel lit up. You're going to feel hot. You're going to feel fiery, because she is fire and she is feisty. So I didn't even get to the history of Sekhmet, because I'm just talking about her as a guide. But I feel like I want to talk about the history after, because this is kind of the information that's more important. I feel like a lot of y'all have been seeing in meditations, dreams, different deities, different animals, different symbols. So some of y'all already know what's good. Some of y'all didn't just link up to this video for no reason. Some of y'all know that you have spiritual presences around you, and some of you even vibe with them, but then only take it in once in a while, and you're like, I don't hear them as much. Well, yeah, because you're not disciplined enough. You're not even trying to take the time to meditate or to go within. So of course you're not going to listen to them, because if your channel ain't clear, what do you expect? You have to clear your own channel to be able to hear spirit. Carnelian is the stone that is really good to have around you if you're working with Sekhmet, or you're trying to invoke her energy or call her into your path. Carnelian is really good if you're trying to have a Sekhmet altar. Again, that's only going to be if you're cool with her like that, because if you're not cool with her, she's not going to show up. She really not going to show up. So then you just have a free gateway there for another spirit to show up. Who's going to pretend she her? Because that's how the tricksters be running shit. I mean, I don't blame them. It's free rent. I'm not even mad. I do the same shit if I was in their shoes. No shade. But carnelian, because carnelian is the stone that hits the sacral chakra and the root chakra. So even that kind of reflects Sekhmet's energy. The root is about your safety, security, and protection. And you need to make sure that sometimes you have to be the angry person. Sometimes you have to make your boundaries stated. You have to draw the line very front and clear. And that is what Sekhmet will do. Sekhmet's not here to cookie cut. Sekhmet's not here to go in circles with people when it comes to her just stating her truth. Oh, that's not happening. You want to bullshit Sekhmet? Sekhmet either gonna lay it out on you or she gonna dip. So yeah, that's the root chakra. Protection, groundedness, making sure that you feel safe. You don't want to be in relationships that make your roots feel unstable. For what? What's the reason? Then your whole body gonna feel unstable. And in the same way, the sacral chakra has to do with pleasure. And if you feel any sense of guilt for having pleasure, and this also goes, because the sacral is sensuality and sexuality. If you have guilt for your own sensuality and sexuality, you're blocking your sacral chakra. And Sekhmet's not gonna be the one to let you. No aspect of the mother of the divine feminine is going to let you, because sexuality, the sacral chakra, is the form of creation, and the divine feminine is the creatrix. So why in the world would we be shaming or guilting the same mechanism that birthed all of us, that birthed our human vessels to allow our spirit to reincarnate? But, in order to control the masses, you have to control their powers. So you have to make them feel guilty for their own sexuality. Some bullshit. But anywho, here's the story of Sekhmet. Here's the myth of Sekhmet. So Sekhmet is the daughter of Ra. Ra being the sun god. Ra being kind of seen as the principal god, though I feel like they are all aspects of the divine. So I don't have this hierarchy of who's the more important one or who's the stronger one, because patriarchy also, I mean, I love Ra, so there's no shade, but patriarchy definitely tells you who to prioritize, and many, many different spiritual paths all around the world. And some spiritual deities are only seen as somebody's wife and somebody's daughter, and you don't even know what they be doing because that's all they're being told as they're the counterpart of this god. That's not how this shit works. So, anywho, Sekhmet is the daughter of Ra. Sekhmet is a protectress. But you see, when Sekhmet was first born and when she was in battle, she loved blood so much. She loved the taste of blood that she didn't know how to stop. So, yeah, she was killing all these no-gooders. Yeah, she was doing her job and her mission. But the rage went through her so hard and she didn't know how to stop. And then what Ra did, what the gods did, was they gave her beer, making it look like it was blood. She drank it. She got so drunk that she chilled out, and I'm sure she knocked out and came back to her regular state. Now, Sekhmet is not evil. Sekhmet's also not going to be somebody you call because you have some petty issues happening and you want to be like, yo, I'm going to fuck this one bitch up. I'm going to fuck that neighbor up who called the landlord on me, and I'm going to evoke Sekhmet on her because she has another thing coming. That's not Sekhmet. Sekhmet's not like that. You barely even really choose Egyptian gods. Egyptian gods are so picky and so bougie, and they don't just fuck with nobody. You can't even choose them. So if Sekhmet comes into your path, you probably already know she's in your path because she already made her presence known. And Sekhmet will come when somebody needs to really know their own power, especially when it comes to people who are dating losers or people who got out of relationships with losers, because sometimes you date a loser and the loser makes you feel like you was a loser, or not that I'm trying to be shady, but sometimes you'd be dating somebody who is a little ashy or not the best looking, and they just try treating you like you the ugly one when you the cute one. So this to say, Sekhmet not gonna have you settling for nothing. She's not gonna have you settle for relationships that suck, for jobs that suck, for pay that isn't good, for experiences that are not good. She's not even gonna let you settle with how you speak to yourself. You are not gonna speak to yourself in a diminishing way in front of Sekhmet, especially if you are a child of the divine feminine, especially if you are a feminine being. Oh no. She's going to be even harder on you because she knows that this indoctrination of patriarchy has made all of us, no matter your gender included, hate ourselves and hate our own feminine powers, because we all have the yin and the yang within us. So we all have the feminine within us. So yeah, Sekhmet's going to call you out. Sekhmet's going to let you know how it is. Sekhmet's going to let you know how it's good. And let's say you vibing with Sekhmet. Let's say you already got a feeling Sekhmet's in your path. You got into confirmations from spirit. I'm telling you, when the spirit really, really wants to talk to you, you're not going to be like, oh, I feel it. Oh, you're going to know, because it almost starts following you around so much. You start feeling like you're going crazy. The same way with angel numbers. You see the 555, you see the 444s, the 333s, the 222s, everywhere. Yeah, that's the spirit's letting you know you're not bugging out. That's the spirit's letting you know that you are attuned, that you are starting to understand that the universe is all mental, and in the same way everything's connected, so no occurrence is out of coincidence. Every occurrence has this thread, this very delicate thread that's tied and connected to it. So you'll see the signs, and Sekhmet will make herself known. You'll dream of Sekhmet, you'll see Sekhmet, you'll hear Sekhmet, you'll start seeing Sekhmet images everywhere. It'll just start following you around, and that is how you know she has called you. So once you know that, if you're ready for it, you light some 7-day red candles. Now, I love me some Sekhmet, so this is fun for me. But we are all in different parts of our path, and some of us are very good at letting go, and some of us struggle with it. We're all in different places. It's a no judgment zone here. But if you light a red candle praying to Sekhmet, petitioning, and you better petition Sekhmet with energy, with oomph, with fire, because she is a fire energy. You better petition and pray as if like you are putting your spirit into it, because you really are. You are charging it up. You charge that 7-day red glass candle. You call in Sekhmet. You ask her to banish anything that is limiting your powers. You ask her to show you your potential, your power, and your worth. Oh, it's gonna go down. Now, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing 4 candles, but take it in the variations that you're able to. But she's showing me is 1 red candle to banish, to remove, a second red candle to up bring up your own energy back that has been tied in, or that somebody else has absorbed from you or drained from you. Because yes, when we're in toxic relationships, that person is absorbing your energy, whether they know it or not. Another one for feeling your own strength and power. And also, it almost feels like I'm seeing the sun and the moon, and it's like there's like a glow hitting a person. So she's showing me the silhouette of a person getting hit by the sun and the moon. Oh, she'll make that happen. So you'll get a glow up. And then the fourth one has to do with your own sensuality and the sexuality and the liberation from shame and judgment. But I'm being told this extends where it's also shame and judgment with speech. Are you sometimes not asserting yourself in speech because you're scared of what other people will think? Oh, Sekhmet will call you out on it. So yeah, y'all, I wasn't trying to make this video long, but if Sekhmet want me to talk, I'm going to talk. But if y'all have any questions, send me some comments down below. Let's keep the Sekhmet conversation going, because hey, I love me some Sekhmet. Praise Sekhmet, yo. Praise the Kemites. Praise Kemites. So yeah, I'm Astro Poppy, y'all. My social media handles and everything is below. You want to book a reading? Check all the info out below. Peace, love, abundant blessing. Always remember, yo, stay in your power, stay in your truth, and there is a time and place for curiosity. There is a time and place to let a motherfucker know what's good. Much love, y'all.